What's up, nerds?
Hello there. Welcome to Variant Edition Graphic Novels New Releases Show. My name is Danica.
And my name is Brandon. I have a beard.
Yes, you do. You do have a beard.
It's almost as big as my face.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very majestic. You now can share the title of Majestic Floof with Squee.
Yeah. The floofiest boy in the house.
He is still the floofiest.
Yeah, 100%.
But, you get like silver.
Yeah. That's me.
There he is. There he is. Hi, Andrew.
Outstanding. One of these days, we're going to trick you into being on the show, too.
And by trick you, I mean I will ask you directly.
Yeah. It'll probably be if one of us is feeling like real bad.
That's fair. And it'll probably be me because I catch everything that comes into the store. Pew, 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 pew. Yes. So 3/4 of the Variant Edition team is present. Juliana is on vacation right now with her family, which is very exciting.
Look, it's Craigers.
Craig! Oh my God!
We were audience.
Yes, we were audience. I didn't get to see you last week when you came in, if you did, but...
It was on a Sunday.
Ah, that's the trick. I loved your show. It was so cool seeing you perform live. That was amazing. And I have to say it's like the first live performance I've seen in a very long time. Because even pre-pandemic, I did not go out often.
Filled that house is what he did.
Yes, you did. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Our friend Craig is very creative in all forms I've seen, like many, many layers.
Yeah.
So very excited.
It's like a creative onion man. That's flattering, right?
What the hell?
Because there's like a lot of layers to the onion.
There's layers, yes. Yeah, there we go. That's our friends. This is our friend circle. Thank you, but also screw you. That's our friend circle.
Yeah.
We take the compliments, but with like a little side eye.
What I've landed on recently is basically if I find myself surrounded by people that I admire, which I do, and I respect their opinion on most things, then their opinion of me also has to be true. And so I've been trying to use that to get past my own blocks of just like, shut up. You are the one who sucks, sir. And they're like, but I was complimenting you. I'm like, yeah, and jump in a lake.
Wow.
Okay.
Aw. I'm sorry that you missed it too, Jason. It was a really, really good show. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. So, anything weird happened today? Anything wild?
No, not that. Oh, you mean James Gunn announcing a whole bunch of DC stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe.
So, if you don't know, at least on Twitter and probably all of his social media, James Gunn released about a 6-minute video of himself just talking about what the next kind of chapter of the DCU is going to look like.
Yeah, so it's going to have the movies that were coming out this year scheduled. Your Shazams.
Yeah, as how problematic as that is right now.
Forever ago, there was the meme going to the scene, and it was just like that said Hawaii. It's like, you don't want to fight me, Flash. Ezra Miller. You wouldn't want to fight me neither. From the movie. And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
They need help. Lots of help. Aquaman, and there was another one, maybe not. My brain.
I don't know. I would need to see a list.
I think there was like 3.
There's a lot, and yeah, just coming out this year.
Yeah, basically the tail end of what's been produced already.
But speaking of the tail end, I'm very happy that both Doom Patrol and Titans are being wrapped up in a proper way. They're both on their 4th seasons, and they are both being able to. Those are words in order. They're both being given the chance to wrap up in a nice way, so it's not just they're done.
You've been liking the Doom Patrol.
I am freaking loving Doom Patrol. I am not only going back to reread the Morrison, which I did a couple years ago when I started watching Doom Patrol, but I'm reading the 18 issues prior to Morrison by Kupperberg?
Paul Kupperberg and I can't remember. I
don't know. It's on your iPad.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's not your flavor.
It's not my flavor. It's very Silver Age written and acted, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, but I'm going to read it because there's stuff that leads into the Morrison run that I'm curious about.
Yeah, because the Morrison run really starts out with wow, so it's wild that all those people died, huh?
And so does the Kupperberg. I'm saying his name wrong.
Kupperberg.
Yeah. Okay. So that starts out with something that happened in the Silver Age one, because it's gold and silver bronze.
It's basically Cup or Berg.
Okay. Well, no one will know. But that starts out with them talking about who died, and I'm just like, what? How far back do I have to go to find out how the people who died? And anyway. So I'm just, yes, that's true. I did see his name. And I was like, oh, little baby. It was 1989 at that point.
Oh, wow. I like the comments. It's good times.
It's not that good. I am being very forgiving to it, but I am... You know what? I only got 10 more issues to read. It's fine.
And I can say that Danica has read the Silver Age stuff.
I have, but
I think you've read all of it, yeah.
I have read I need to, you know what? I probably should just go back to the beginning and just start again. Because I keep reading piecemeal, and that's a mistake because Doom Patrol read linearly. Nope.
Doom Patrol read linearly.
Linearly. I have had no alcohol tonight. I just can't speak words, which is why I'm not a performer.
Performance.
Anyway, I might. I don't know. Maybe I'll stop where I am because I've read about 10 issues. Maybe I'll just go back to the Silver Age and just start all over again. I don't know. Because I don't know. I mean, I have time. This is the only thing I have time to reread is just I choose one thing and then I kind of just slowly read it throughout months and months and months. But they keep mentioning that people died and I'm like, I don't remember what happened because I read Silver Age years and years and years ago. And I think we have one last gap in our Doom Patrol collection.
Doom Patrol.
I know! No wine, no alcohol.
So fun.
Cannot talk. Anyway, I have completely...
Linearly.
I know, right? I've completely destroyed this. I am so sorry. I did not mean to mazel this conversation. Let's go back to you.
So yeah, lots of announcements. Wow. There was a post a while back about how there needs to be a movie where it's just Owen Wilson and Jennifer Coolidge saying wow to each other. Would watch.
Yes.
Not part of the new launch of DC.
Aww.
Should be.
Jennifer Coolidge is Booster Gold. What?
Yes. And Owen Wilson is Blue Beetle. Let's do it. James Gunn, we are available for casting. So things are kicking off with a Creature Commandos cartoon, which is freaking wild. It's according to this, a 7-episode animated show in which Amanda Waller creates a Black Ops team out of monstrous prisoners James Gunn has written all the episodes of this one. The next one is Waller, which is apparently going to replace Peacemaker season 2.
Oh, okay.
So those characters will be in Waller, but it is essentially taking place of that in production. It doesn't say that here, but that's something I learned today.
I mean,
over the course
honestly,
of the day.
more Viola Davis as Amanda Waller is fucking awesome.
Yeah. There's a Superman Legacy, which is written by Gunn. That is going to obviously from all the imagery is just all the All-Star Superman stuff. So that's going to be cool because All-Star Superman is in my opinion one of the best Supermans you can do. There's Booster Gold. That's going to be a television show. I like the description of Booster Gold as like a dude trying to deal with imposter syndrome.
Yes.
But is also a dick. We've got Lanterns, which is sort of like the cop show.
Yeah, it's a procedural.
Boy Cops.
But yeah, with boy cops. Ha! Boy cops. I'm gonna start a thing.
There's going to be an Authority movie, which is pretty wild. That's more from the Wildstorm end of things. That really kicked off with the widescreen comics movement in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s. The Brave and the Bold, which is going to be the Batman movie that has Batman and Damian Wayne.
Nice.
Because James Gunn really wants to be Grant Morrison's best friend. Now, you could have worse best friends. Those are two great things to draw from. I can guarantee you this movie will not be called The Brave and the Bold.
That's really sad.
It'll be called like Batman : something, or Batman and Son, or Batman: The Brave and the Bold, maybe. But I see a change in name because yeah, marketing.
So, Craig woke up today and chose violence.
Yeah.
And Thomas, I did see your comment. I've written down the notes for tomorrow. Thank you.
There will be the Superman Woman of Tomorrow based off of Tom King's and Blikus Evely's run. Definitely pronouncing the names wrong. Apparently, Tom King is part of the writer's room that is part of this DC universe thing. So maybe he'll have something to do with that. Who knows? And a Swamp Thing film will be about Swamp Thing. There's also going to be Paradise Lost, set in Themyscira. Going to be a TV show of, Wonder Woman-y stuff. It's good. It's a neat mix.
It was really funny how he described it, though, because he described it terribly, and that thing was edited. He was like, it's like Game of Thrones meets Westeros, Themyscira, and I was like, oh, honey, no. You just botched that elevator pitch so bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn knows what he did.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, we figured we'd talk about that a little bit because this week of comics is light. I say that even with a fairly robust stack because there is a fair amount of number ones, honestly.
Yeah.
But when we're doing our pulls this week, I had about half the pages of pulls that I usually do. It's a bit of a result of sort of like for DC, it's a 5th week of shipping because I ship on Tuesdays, ship 4 Tuesdays. And January had 5 weeks. And the rest of the industry, this was sort of like their, hey, what's ready before we all go on holiday for 2 weeks batch of stuff.
Yeah, do y'all remember when Final Order Cutoff was December 18th? We do, because it was hectic.
It was wild. It was Bunkertons.
I like that. Okay. I'll leave it up for a minute. It's good. It's a good comment. I honestly kept waiting for because Swamp Things appeared in Poison Ivy this run a couple times, and I'm like, that's great because they should be friends, or at least
Something-
talk a lot, because they're plant people.
Yeah.
The plant people should talk. Anyway, so like the future of DC is still dude heavy.
Boys.
Yeah. We've got, I haven't put any serious thought into this, so this might be really messed up. I feel like the internet's gonna have some think pieces tomorrow.
They've had some lack of thought pieces today.
I was working though, so I couldn't read them. Send me links after the show.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's mostly like people commenting that I see pop up on the Comics Beat socials. I'm like, oh, babies literally try and enjoy anything in your life.
Never.
I'll
No.
enjoy something when I die.
You'll die if you don't enjoy something. This is what life is about, people. It's art. Anyway, I do hope that him saying we'll see more of the Bat family does lead to so many women in the Bat family. Anyway, there are women in the DC, not you, but the DC.
I spent my whole life hating everything, waiting for Mae West to bring unto me the sweet release of death. She has never come for me. Whatever shall I do?
It's because she's dead.
Yeah, Mae Young was a wrestler.
Okay.
Mae West is better for the joke.
Yeah. This got weird. Welcome to the show. Yes, actually. So we both, well,
I haven't felt joy in 8 dark tickety years.
me neither. This is why I drink. She says, laughing. It's fine. It's fine. So because we actually got to leave work early, which was great, and not just like scoot in and set up and not eat. We had a really nice dinner, and we got to actually read some comics, which is wonderful. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Where Monsters Lie.
It's so good.
So good. By Madman Kyle Starks.
Yeah.
I
love that good draw boy.
He's very good. Yes.
This one, he is just a good right boy.
Yes, well, he does the rights real good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. We will. Oh, that's a Stoko variant.
Oh yeah, that's a James Stoko variant.
There's a Stoko variant. I read the other cover, so I didn't know.
I said that one for me because I like him. He's my
Mm.
boyfriend.
Oh my!
He's not.
You gotta tell me about your boyfriend sometime. Getting
There's my
jealous.
East Coast boyfriend, Tom Power.
Yes.
There's my draw boyfriend, James Stoko.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head.
Wow.
I'll see what I can come up with later.
You hussy! You can't remember all your boyfriends.
Can't remember all my boyfriends.
Okay, all right. There will be a quiz later. All right, Where Monsters Lie. Haven't you always wondered what slasher monsters, the masked home invasion family, the mindless, unkillable monster, the serial killer, trapped in a doll, what they do for those couple of years in between their murder sprees? They're at Wilmhurst, a gated community in the middle of nowhere where they can relax, or try to, excuse me, until they get the call to go out and kill again. Connor Hayes survived his first slasher in summer camp. A handful of years later, he barely escaped a psychopath who built torture puzzles for his victims. Since then, he's been training and planning for running into these creatures again. He's a respected special agent, and now he knows where the monsters lie, and he's planning for war. This is a phenomenal first issue.
It's really funny. It's kind of it's a little twisted. It's a little like bureaucracy going on with the slash things, which really has a nice like counter flavor to it. And it also has again Kyle Starks' perfection of naming different people because you get a bunch of different villain names, including the Master, which is good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And where he's going actually is very interesting too.
I kind of want like a subplot of just whatever he's doing during these 4 issues. That could be arc 2. It's just him putzing around and doing weird stuff. He's just such a weird dude.
I don't know why, but this series kind of reminded me how much we're enjoying Poker Face.
Oh yeah, we're watching Poker Face. The new Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, so Ryan Johnson's doing a TV show with Natasha Lyonne as Columbo. It's freaking phenomenal. But it has that sort of playful flavor that this does, except without, there's some murders.
There's usually a murder.
But not like puzzle-based murders.
No.
Or doll-based murders.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it past episode 3.
Poker Face is on, I believe, City TV, and if you want to stream it,
Peacock.
In the States. We don't have that up
fair.
here.
I know, but I don't know where. Okay.
It's I looked it up, and it's Amazon, but you have to have the City TV bonus thing, which there's a free trial for a month. And I would probably, if I was a person to do this, get the free trial in about a couple of weeks, because then you'd be able to get through to episode 10, because they dropped 4 episodes all at once. So, yeah. That's where you can watch it.
Yes.
We have Archie's Valentine Spectacular. So these single issues have a brand new opening story, and then they collect a lot of classic stuff. In this one, we get, as it says here, love is in the air, with a brand new story to kick off this collection of romantic tales. In More Than Meets the Eye, a new student has arrived at Riverdale High. Cassie Cloud is tall, confident, funny, and catching all the guys' attention, much to the chagrin of the girls. But she doesn't seem interested in the most popular guys in school. Instead, she's been hanging with the likes of Randolph Dilton, Tono, Raj, and even Frankenstein. Yeah, there's Frankenstein. What can Archie and Brenty do to get her attention without catching the ire of Betty and Veronica? Silliness.
I don't know, respect women?
The
Rise of the Short Kings!
is the
Archie.
Yeah, is the subtitle to this More Than Meets the Eye. Rise of the Short Kings.
Amazing.
Good times.
Amazing.
I did have fun reading it. Prankenstein or Frankenstein's monster.
All right, next up, we have got Almighty by Edward LaRocque. LaRoche. Either way.
LaRocque says, we're good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. The year is 2098 in a third world America ravaged by economic collapse, anarcho warfare, and a mysterious environmental disaster contained behind a massive wall. A girl has been abducted, and a killer has been hired to find her and bring her home. It's like a cat hair.
My brain the entire time just kept thinking, LaRocque says, because he's French.
Oui, oui.
I'm not sorry.
No, I knew you wouldn't be.
We have Bloodline, Daughter of Blade. This concept has been in the works for, I think, since 2015. Because that was when sort of a Daughter of Blade story was first floated around with Tim Seeley and Logan Faerber attached. I love Logan Faerber's art. He's a really cool. He's got kind of like a nice cartoony thing going for him. Doesn't do a whole lot of comics, unfortunately. But anyways, back then, Tim Seeley ended up stepping away from the project, mostly because he was feeling the kind of rightful pull of just like, hey, maybe like a white dude doesn't need to be writing about young black girls' experiences. So they have Danny Lore doing the storytelling here. I really enjoyed this book with Karen S. Durbo doing the arts. This is a story of a young girl who has discovered that she has powers during certain times of day, and when a problem happens, she discovers that her mom knows how to murder vampires as well. Why? There's a hint somewhere in the title of this. Little tricky, but yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Next up from Dan Panosian, we have Black Tape. Jack King was a rock and roll god who projected a stage persona on par with the devil. After Jack dies on stage, his widow, Cindy, grapples with grief and struggles to protect his legacy, unaware that she is being surrounded by dark forces that covet the master tapes to Jack's final unreleased album, a heavy metal masterpiece that just might open a doorway to hell.
That is a big gasp.
Whoopos. Don't do that. Oh, it just got sexy. Don't go to hell. Saxophone.
Girl, it's always been sexy in this room.
Oh, you're serious.
Rude.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. All right.
Rude boy.
You are. Come on, give me the right title.
Blood Tree.
Oh, Tree. Ugh, I did it again, didn't I? I did the thing where I combine two titles and then wonder why it's not working. So much fun.
Blood Dept. I owe a blood debt.
No, I'm sorry, sir. This is the blood department. Okay. This is by Peter Tomasi. Two obsessed NYPD detectives hunt for a vicious butcher called the Angel Killer, a sociopath who preys on the innocent family members of known murderers in order to purify the rest of society. My.
This is very much a cop book.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? It's good for more of like that procedural era. I would say Law and Order plus a bit of wild to it.
He's not wrong.
And yeah, Peter Tomasi used to do edits at DC for a long time, and then was the writer of Green Lantern Corps when Jeff Johns' Green Lantern was popping off. I've enjoyed a lot of his work before. This one didn't quite grab me personally, but I can see where it would grab somebody. And like I said, it's sort of like I would say a Law and Order that has like a little bit of just like, because Law and Order is not just like, man, they're sewing wings to people.
Boom, boom.
Anyway, that button. I want that button.
Actually, yeah, we should definitely have that button.
Law and Order button.
Ben, I just Google imaged that actor, and damn, yes. I did not know who he was. Look at this guy. Does he not look like Blade?
He does.
Like he's the voice actor. For
Blade. He was in Suicide Squad? Was he in Suicide Squad?
I will click
or
on his...
the Suicide Squad.
I don't remember which one was the good one anymore.
The is the good one.
Okay, yeah. He's been around for a while. Oh, he was in The Dark Knight.
He was Spawn.
He was Spawn. In 97.
It's me, Spawn.
It's been around for a while. Okay.
Hey, everybody, you better be careful. It's me. The creepiest man in the world is me, Spawn. I'm here to reap. I'm here to do chains. I died and I was sad I couldn't see my wife. Todd McFarlane Spawn. Silver Surfer Ghostlight. This actually takes a really different tack to Silver Surfer story. It actually focuses on a young black family. for the most part, with some brilliant art by Valentine Delandro, who you might know from Bitch Planet, with some storytelling from John Jennings. So this isn't going to hit you on the cosmic edge. It is going to be more of a grounded thing that has cosmic leanings. And I really did enjoy reading that. Well, I read the first half of it, and then our time was getting short, so I kind of paged through the rest of it. So I'm going to more experience it, but I really liked how grounded it felt.
You probably have the Silver Surfer comic, but in case you don't, Sean,
You do, and all the covers for it. There's 3 in total, just in case.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So we have got DC's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I smooshed most of the
romances.
DCs together.
Yeah, they were in the same pile.
Yeah.
But also, I read half of this, and it was delightful.
The opening story is Max Serenard, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is adorable. It's Harley interrupting Ivy on a mission and telling her her fanfic about them meeting and going to prom together. Meeting in high school and going to prom together. It's amazing.
I love it. This and this DC Power, they're both DC anthology series that DC will use theme ideas to sort of build out a sales mechanism for them to try out newer creators, which I really like. And so this is obviously more of a Black History Month thing. This is more of a Valentine's Day thing. Both of these are available right now digitally on the DC Infinite app.
Yes.
Because a lot of these programs, they like to promote and have people sample and read. So yeah, content, my friends. Content is fun.
And you get, and on the back it says, she was seeking fish sticks, but only a salty sea king could sate her true hunger. Sexy.
Fancy. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this is good, actually. I don't know most of these names, and I love it.
But I was paging through and I was just like, man, like it's all skill.
Yeah. This is great. Yeah, actually, yeah, I read half of it. I read the Harley Quinn, Batman, Power Girl, and Constantine.
There you are.
Cool. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The last story is Aquaman and Harley Quinn, Splendor in the Foam. I'm gonna read that. There's a Kite Man story.
Ooh, I like Kite Man.
Yeah, I thought you would.
We have the newest DC Universe Lazarus Planet, Legends Reborn. This one's got a bevy of awesome creators that I really like. It's got Alex Packnell. It's got Mittens, Christopher Mittens.
I like Mittens.
Alex Seguera.
He's very good people.
Yeah. And it's a bevy of stories from what's been happening with the Lazarus Planet stuff. Just basically all you need to know is a big magic thing's happening with a magic volcano that's coating the earth. And it's changing people. So there's some new characters introduced here. One of whom is promised to continue on. And so I've had a lot of requests for this one in particular because they're just like, new character, say more. And I didn't because I'm not supposed to.
Say more. Oh.
Say more. Anyways, it's this dude, City Boy. His name, City Boy. He's got powers of the city, like Jack Hawksmoor.
I'm gonna skip like the next 2 superhero thingies.
I was just like bundling all the DCs here, because this is pretty much all the DC stuff that came out this week. Because they're on their 5th week. This is the Batman Legends of Gotham with Andy Diggle doing the writing. I like Andy Diggle. It's been a while since I've seen him do a comic. And this is, despite seeing a Batman, this is an outsider's book without a Batman. Hence, I guess the Legends of Gotham. So you're going to get your katana. You're going to get your Red Hood. I was going to say Jason, but I couldn't remember his last name. What's his last name? What's Red Hood's last name?
Todd?
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, I know a thing.
Pow. It's got big fights. And yeah. DC putting out stuff. DC putting out stuff.
Hi, Dylan. Oh, no, I just thought you could get through the superhero stuff.
I will do it.
Yeah.
I shall do it.
If there's only one left, then I'm just gonna.
And finally, the Dark Web finale that has been coating Spider-Man, Venom, and some X-Men stuffs. It's been dealing a lot with Limbo from the X-Men stuff. It's been dealing a lot with Ben Reilly as a bad boy, with magic Limbo powers. And yeah, it's been pretty bonkers. If you know from Inferno, that happened in the Marvel Universe a while back, it's a similar story where like demon stuff is happening all over New York. But this time, two clones of two characters. You got your Madeline Pryor, clone of Jean Grey, who Cyclops left when he was like, "Whoa, my first wife is alive. Bye." Literally what happened.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's very abrupt. And Ben Reilly, who was famously Peter's clone, was told he was not Peter's clone. He was the real deal, but then died. But then came back. But then I think died again and came back.
Comics.
He's my boy, my precious baby, and now he's a bad man. So this ends his little journey for now.
You do like your bad boys. He does not.
It is true. This is exactly what happened. Bye, mother of my child. Just straight up left.
Ooh.
And she's like, okay.
You'll be back in 6 issues. Like, I have to assume that there's some level that the characters just know. They're like, okay, whatever. He's going to die 7 times, and then I'll see him in like 6 months. It'll be fine. All right, we have Breath of Shadows. It's the mid-60s, and Jimmy Meadows should be on top of the world. His band's most recent album just went gold, and they're riding a wave to international fame. But Jimmy is only driven by one thing: where to get his next fix. With his band at the end of their ropes and his life falling apart, Jimmy thinks he may be finished, until a friend tells him about a controversial method deep in the jungles of South America.
The sungles of South America.
Right? I don't know. That can help him kick his addiction for good. But is clean living actually in Jimmy's future, or will he instead unleash horrors beyond his wildest nightmares? I think it's the second one.
Oh, I was hoping for the first one.
I know, me too.
That's going to be bad for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gotta fill. I don't know. It says it's an ongoing, or at least
I think it is 5 issues.
They really should say that then.
So they famously don't a lot of times, so that people are just like, ooh, something fancy that's going to be worth money. I don't know. People are weird.
You can make a movie out of a miniseries. Shut up your face.
Yeah.
I'm
It is true. That's a thing that Madeline Pryor does.
Comics are soap operas.
Oh, X-Men especially.
Oh, yeah. No, it's you. If you've ever tried to explain any kind of X-Men storyline, you are explaining a telenovela. And I don't say that disparagingly. I say that with love.
Anyone think there's too many events at the Big Two, and are we okay with it?
Yes and
So
that's my personal opinion.
Here's the trick about big events. They can say it's a big event. It doesn't mean it actually is a big event. This event, you could do kind of piecemeal. So it's basically like, hey, you want to know what's happening with Spider-Man? You could read the Omega and the Alpha issues, the first and the last one, and then just sort of like go through Amazing Spider-Man. It's not really that extra, but the presentation is extra. Or like if you're doing Venom, you could just run through the Venom, and X-Men, you could just run through the X-Men. You kind of got what you're looking for. Brain. So it's, I would say that the Big Two companies are marketing too many things as big events.
Yes.
When a lot of them are just sort of bigger stories that they want more eyes on. And because of how we've been trained to treat that type of marketing, we sort of inflate them a lot. That's why we're very realistic about that kind of stuff at the store and how we push things on people. If we think it's going to be important and there's people who are going to want to read it, then we will kind of do the push. But if it is sort of like a more arc-centric thing, we will kind of temper people's expectations and be like, okay, so this Superman thing is mostly just a Superman thing. It seems like bigger, but it is sort of where it's at. So yeah.
All right, what's up next?
So they reprinted every single issue so far of 8 Billion Genies this week. So if you're missing any issues, they are available once more.
Pew, 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 pew.
I know Thomas has been waiting for some gaps to be filled. Well, they're going to be filled.
Yay!
So that's awesome. The 7th issue is going to be out in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Nice.
Which is good.
And
Mhm.
that's fair. Yeah, it's hard because when it does cover so many series and you're suddenly asking someone who gets like 2 subscriptions, their subscriptions are crossing over, plus there's all these tie-ins and 37 other books.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot.
Now,
So that's when I think it goes too far.
well, and I agree with that, but it's been a while since I think there's been a crossover like that.
I'm not saying that there hasn't been a while. I'm just saying it's really
when we're
stupid.
talking about that there's too many of them, right? I don't remember some of the last ones other than maybe Dark Web, which is more modular. And then otherwise sort of Dark Crisis had a whole bunch of spin-off stuff. You could just read Dark Crisis. It wasn't really hitting through a bunch of the other books. It's been interesting. Yay. So we've got a not actually facsimile edition of Gargoyles #1. I say that to be pedantic as hell, because you do get the full contents of the single issue, Gargoyles, that Marvel had put out back in the day, with Amanda Connor art, which is really funny. This is one of her earlier gigs. She used to also draw the Barbie comic back in the day too, with writing from Marty Pasco. Oh, nice. Very cool. He's an older school writer. And yeah, it's got all of those, but it doesn't have all the ads of Yore. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of like a facsimile-ish.
Yeah, I think it's kind of silly. You know, if you're gonna do a facsimile, you should do a facsimile. That's
Words have meanings.
What? Yeah, no, that's the point. You know, you're reprinting the comic for a reason, and so you can give someone the experience of, like, Gargoyles is kind of a, can't see your face. Gargoyles is kind of a bad example because it's not like an Amazing Spider-Man 300 that can be like $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have the experience of reading this comic that you otherwise might not get your hands on in its quote unquote original format.
Yeah. And yeah, like this is what I call a reprint because it's being reprinted.
That's a reprint.
Yeah.
Were they saying it's facsimile?
Yes, it's facsimile edition.
Well, that's a lie.
Yep.
That's a Judy lie right there.
These kids these days, with their shenanigan words.
All right. We've got The Girl in the Glam. Oh, good. I'm looking forward to reading this. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
Being the new kid is hard. When the life she knew is uprooted, Bridget. That's true. We had some permanence. You didn't like come back 3 issues later and it's like, I'm back, baby. I'm Batman. What's up?
Just to talk on that a little bit too. It's been on hiatus for a little bit, but some friends of mine have been doing a Batman book club, and the conversation always veers off because certain things won't make sense to one of our club members, and she'll just be like, no, there needs to be consistency. And it's like, well, it's comics, so that's hard. And we've had a shorthand for like when any of us are just like, well, why does this happen? We go, time bullet. Because that is essentially like why Batman wasn't around. He got hit by a fancy time bullet.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was a whole discussion of like, but how? How does that work? What do these go? And we're just like, it just does. It's time bullet. And so that's sort of our shorthand for stuff like that. Anyways, yeah.
This is dumb.
Yeah, these things will happen.
People are dumb, Jason. People are dumb.
Silly billies is what I call them.
I call them a lot worse words. Right now they're dum-dums. But congratulations spending $30 to $50 plus shipping on a $3 book. Congratulations.
Silly boys.
It's true. It's true. All right. Being the new kid is hard when the life she knew is uprooted. Are you not done?
I'm done. I'm putting it down.
Okay, I thought you were going to talk again. All right. Bridget harbors the hope that she'll be able to find friendship at her new school. But between battling bullies and her own nervousness, she's finding it difficult to make a good impression or any impression at all. But then strange things start to happen. Dark and frightening things only Bridget can see. Soon, with the help of a living, shimmery, glimmery fluff ball. It's squee. Bridget is going to have to worry less about what people think of her and more about saving the town from invisible monsters. Adorable.
It's gorgeous.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
Oh, heck, I love this. The cord happened. I almost died.
We have Dreamer from Akim Ilu. This honest, engrossing graphic memoir tells the story of professional athlete and activist Akim Ilu's incredible life as a hockey prodigy in Canada. Akim Ilu, also known as Dreamer, is a Ukrainian, Nigerian, Canadian professional hockey player whose career took him all around the world and who experienced systematic racism at every turn. This graphic novel tells Akim's incredible story, from being the only black child in his Ukrainian community to his family struggling to make ends meet while living in Toronto, to confronting the racist violence he often experienced both on and off the ice. This is a gut-wrenching and riveting graphic novel memoir that reminds us to never stop dreaming and is sure to inspire young readers everywhere.
Next up, we have Bluesman.
Squee, ba, 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 da, ba.
This story, structured like a traditional 12-bar blues song with 3 sections each made of 4 chapters, follows blues musician Lem Taylor's harrowing journey starting from juke joints he appears in to across Arkansas of the late 20s, a black man hunted down for a crime he didn't commit. A racially intense story presenting a significant aspect of black history, its music, its social injustice. Now, I want to do this next one because I ordered it whenever I found it, and then I read it last week when it came in, and it was amazing.
Well, that's cool because I want to do the last one.
Good. I want to do this one. So pretty, so pretty. This is called My Life Among Humans. And I read the whole thing. I sat down and I read the whole thing. I stopped working. It was
Nerd.
great. Yeah, I am. I like my dumb job. A nameless alien data compiler comes to Earth to study humans, setting up shop on the outskirts of a small desert community in North America. Working under forced labor, it must watch humans in complete secrecy while sending regular reports to its manager back home. Using spore-like technology to read the minds of its hosts, the alien quickly takes a special interest in Will, an early subject of its surveillance. That interest proves to be a problem when the alien is accidentally revealed to Will's family, and it takes desperate measures to save its own life. In doing so, it discovers a forbidden ability. It can control human minds. Now, the alien struggles to keep this secret from its manager, deal with a growing number of suspicious humans, and come to terms with its ethically questionable decisions. My Life Among Humans is a melancholy, but ultimately hopeful story of a solitary alien's misguided search for connection among its human subjects.
Awesome.
It's sweeter than it sounds. It's very sweet. And I'd love to read it again.
Very cool. And finally, we have Foolish Questions and Other Odd Observations from Rube Goldberg.
Oh, sweet.
What's this, a book? No, you numbskull, it's a website made of old paper bags. Welcome to the stupendously screwball world of Rube Goldberg, one of the genuine greats of early 20th century comics. Yes, that Rube Goldberg, the household name, the creator of those incredible inventions. Rube was already one of the most popular comic strip artists in America before his illogical contraptions captivated the world. and you're about to find out why. Here is a complete run of his first hit comic, Foolish Questions, as expanded and colorized for the Sunday Chicago Tribune from 1909 to 1910, plus a brain-scrambling assortment of other panels from Goldberg's daily comic series that gave birth to this wisecracking classic, most printed here for the first time in over 100 years. So open and enjoy, you cartoon-craving dollops of sour cream.
He's calling you white. That's delightful.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is freaking delightful.
I'm so excited to read this.
Oh my god. Amazing. Amazing. Well, that brings us to the end. And yeah, actually for Neil has entered the chat. Yes.
we can arrange this.
Yes. I also have some other fun things for you at the store.
Gasp. What could they be?
No, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Secret.
It's a secret.
Fun story about X of Swords. That wasn't even supposed to happen. X of Swords was a pandemic plan that the X office had because those were the strongest books in the Marvel line, basically. And while there was a limited amount of paper and Diamond's capacity to distribute comics in general, the X line was sort of like there to move things along. And so they were kind of voluntold to do something kind of bigger, is what I've heard from interviews. And Hickman, being a person who has his plans, but is also cognizant of the type of contract you sign when you take on a creator-owned work for hire gig, was game to sort of build something out. But I think that's why it's also so goofy, because like some of the challenges in it are just like maybe get married, I guess. Some weirdness to that one. So yeah, that's good times. All right, folks, that does it. That's it.
We're done here.
It's
Oh no, don't close the computer. Oh my god. This is so it ends.
Yeah, so now is the fun end boy times. We grab that magic mirror and we use it to look out and see all of you wonderful people and say thank you for watching, and hope you know that as you were here for us, now we are here for you.
Yes.
I'm gonna put these headphones back on. I don't know why I took them off.
Maybe to turn around. I will look at all of you.
You can't put the magic mirror down or else it loses its magic.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
No, I know. That's why I handed it to you. Yeah.
I was worried.
Sitting here looking through just a dank ass hole with nothing in it, and that's not happening.
That's not how that works. This is magic.
Indeed. So I'm looking out. I'm seeing Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
I'm seeing Sean. I'm seeing the one and only Foley, and you can too.
Woo!
Wednesday, Thursday, a Friday, 11 to 6:30. We're open to 7 on those days, and you can see them Saturdays from 11 till 5. We're also open Sundays 11 till 5. That's when I'm there by myself.
You can see this grumpy boy.
Do not rob me.
Yeah,
I see
don't.
Craig. Hi. Such a talented man.
Very much so.
I see Jason. I see Thomas. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Scrolling. Scrolling. Come on. So many words. I see Dylan.
Hi.
Hi. I see Neil. And I think
Neil had very good timing tonight.
very, very good timing.
Immediately tuned in for his book.
And that is it. Hooray.
Awesome. So although it is a smaller week, there is always stuff coming in at the store. So if the single issues aren't appealing for whatever reason, We literally get in like book deliveries pretty much every weekday. So keep an eye on our website, variantedmonton.com, and we will have a bar with everything that showed up.
Oh yeah, and tomorrow if you come in and spend money with us, you'll get free money.
What? Tell me more.
So the business district does something called Big Bucks. And it can be used at different
I'll go after.
Yeah, it can be used at a bunch of different businesses in the industry. If you go to if you go to stonyplainroad.com, and you'll be able to see information about the Young Giant campaign, and it will tell y'all about the different businesses that are taking part in this. Tomorrow is a Big Bucks Day, where different businesses in the area are giving out essentially $3 with various purchases. I think ours is going to be, we get you $3 with a minimum of a $30 purchase.
I like it.
Yep. And it can be used at our store or any of the other fine establishments that are supporting Big Bucks. There's a bunch of them in our business district, and it's a little something that the Stony Plain Road Business Association is doing to give back and to give a little extra for shopping at our local businesses.
Crap.
Danica's computer died.
It's okay. I planned this. I will need you to put Andrew's lots of new used books comment up, please.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder. We legit have hundreds of new used graphic novels on the shelf. I put in like 20% effort. Andrew put in the other 80% because I got distracted and started doing something else. But thank you for that.
And we have so much more.
So much more to come. Again, it's you can find all of those on the website as well. There is a used books section. But if you do come in, that shelf, the used book shelf is filling up again, and it's so good and so delicious. There's so much good stuff. We've already had some sales, and I haven't even been promoting it. So yay! Very excited.
And Jason is right. The $3 off only applies to purchases of $10 or more.
Yes.
For the Big Bucks. Big Bucks.
Yeah.
Stacks.
Oh, Sean, if you're asking about the used, yes, everything used is on the website.
Yeah, when we receive them, basically within like a couple minutes, they are on the site. Yeah, which is a great thing about our system. Love it.
Yeah, I have to go through and see if any images didn't load properly, but otherwise, I mean, they can still be purchased. So that's just a me thing. I don't know why I'm even mentioning this. No worries. Go to variantedmonton.com right now and find a book for yourself or for someone else.
Yeah, so much stuff. It's all good. All right, folks, that will do it for us tonight. Coming in right at an hour, even with a shorter week.
Bam.
Look at us go.
We've been having a good week.
Yeah, it's been a very good week.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, folks, thank you for joining us. We will talk to you all again soon. Until next time.
Love you. Bye.